little intro until I get one professionally done. Like, comment, and subscribe to join in on the fun. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are coming to you from the living room, and it is an exciting day because we have an exciting present to talk about. And it is right here, this big guy here, from our friends at VINGUYS. We have a video camera. I guess video camera is an outdated word. Bird feeder that you can also record your little bird friends. And I'm super excited. You guys know how I am about animals, and this thing looks incredible. It shows here on the side all the different bird species. Well, not all of them, but like a representation of the birds that you can see with your bird friend. It has Wi-Fi connectivity. It operates between -5 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It is weather resistant. It comes with a solar panel. Unlike other bird feeders that I have seen, it has night vision. This thing has all the bases, like everything, it's loaded. Bases loaded. And I'm really excited to get into this. I received it a little bit ago. I did already take a couple things out of the box just so I could charge them for the video. But when you open the box, you'll have this nifty-difty user manual here. I removed this from the box. This is your central bird friend feeder. I was gonna say sanctuary, but I guess it's not a sanctuary, but this is the bulk of the bird feeder. And I removed the solar panel as well to charge. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really dove into this very much. These guys messaged me to see if I would be interested in showing their product, including setup and all that stuff. Here's the little roof, I assume. So yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot. Here's another piece. Not so sure what that is. Empty box. But yeah, this thing is already really good quality. Here's what it looks like when it's all put together. It has a lot of features. Like I said, I've looked at these before and I own one, and this has a lot more features than the one I have has. And yeah, color night vision, real-time notification, bird identification. It's waterproof. It has the solar charger. You can see a cardinal friend here coming in. So yeah, there's a mount kit for it. Oh, it says fruit fork on the bottom, so I guess you can include fruit for your feathered friends or furry friends in my case, since a lot of squirrels like to visit my feeder. But yeah, let's figure out how to get this bad boy put together. Here's an orange thing. Here's another orange thing. This one, I believe, is the place that the birds stand while feeding here. So here's the, oh no, I just dropped something. Oh, I dropped one of the fruit forks. So there's that guy. Here's this white piece. And then this foam, which contains all the little itty bitty pieces, the like screws and stuff you'll need to set it up. So let's get to setting up. So like I mentioned before, it has the user manual. There is a QR code in the corner that will show you the video tutorial for how to set this up. But it looks like your standard user manual. It goes over all the items in the box. It shows you where everything will end up. There's information about the camera and charging, assembly, and then it looks like the second half of the book is on the app itself and how to use it and set it up. And then the last part is outdoor installation. So I'm gonna read this front part here to get an idea of what we're doing. Here's the assembly. Okay, so it's down here. It says to put the grain bin covers on, which are these. Nope. One of them is the little roof, which is the grain bin cover. And there's the little open latch on the back label. So you put this guy, it looks like there's a little piece right there. Doo, 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 doo. Get in there, friend. Okay, so there's these little hooky guys. Oops, here and here on either side, and then this open thing. And then there's these two little hooks here that it sits into. So we're gonna hook those in here. One. Two. Okay, both little guys are in there, and then you do that and it snaps shut, and this is where you open it to put your seed. So that's pretty cool. And then it funnels down here into the little birdie land. And what's this guy? Oh, you must take this off. Okay, you take this off, and then it feeds through. This guy, oops, I can tell already sits on here, and the birds have a little platform to sit on, which I think is really nice, because in the bird feeder I have now, there's no platform, so they're kind of just sitting in the food, and then it kind of gets knocked out, and they're standing in their own food. So that's definitely a nice touch. So okay, we've completed that step. There's a cord in the back here. I'm very excited about this. I'm learning as we go here, but I'm very excited. Okay, so we have, this roof here is called the grain bin cover. Next we install, oh, we already did it. We install the bird standing bracket, which is this. So we got that done. Now we install the jelly holder. What is a jelly holder? Jelly holder is this little guy, and it goes, oh, so it goes right here. Oh, I guess that holds the excess food and stuff. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, it shows it there. Is it for actual jelly? That would be kind of fun. Ugh. And then the fruit forks go on either side over here. Do birds eat jelly? Is it for like another kind of animal? Here's another fruit fork. Going in here. I do have corn on the cob that I've given them, so that may be good for that. And it actually ended up being for the squirrels, the corn on the cob, so maybe I want to avoid it there. Next up, we have installation of antennas. Presumably for the Wi-Fi connection. So here is the antenna, and it gets screwed right on the back here in this little doodad. This is very difficult to do in the air, like, you know, balancing and trying to show the camera instead of just setting it down on a table. Alright, I think that is on all the way. Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, so there's our antenna. Let's make sure we got everything here. So we have grain bin cover attached, bird standing bracket, installation of jelly holder, fruit forks, the antenna, and now last on this page is the solar panel, which is nice because other models don't have a solar panel, and yeah, they charge it. They die if you don't have food in there, because what triggers it is the bird flying to the bird feeder to start charging, I believe is what it seems like. So this one's nice that it'll charge regardless of activity, as long as it's sunny or reasonably sunny. It's been raining a lot here, so it's exciting when there are periods of sun. Last summer, I remember, since I had just moved here, I was concerned about forest fires because I basically live in the middle of a forest, and this antenna is gonna plug right here in the back. Ta-da! But yes, the Smoky Mountains are essentially a giant forest, and I feel like I live in the middle of a giant forest and feel like Snow White or a Disney princess with all my little animal critters around. But last year it didn't rain like at all, and I started asking Jacob when I had to start being concerned about forest fires because everything was turning brown. This year, on the other hand, it is raining nonstop, so I don't have to worry about that. The only thing I have to worry about is flooding. Okay, so we've completed everything on these pages. Turn the page. Okay, so is that everything? Did I do everything? Because there's the camera here, and there's a little pluggy guy here, but maybe you don't see, this is the little pluggy guy I'm talking about, and there's plastic over the camera, so maybe I'm skipping ahead. I'm gonna take this off regardless. I'm one of those people that hate having tags and stuff on things. I need to cut it out immediately. Not so much like in my shirts, but just like around. Like on an item, like for example, like a laundry basket, like the little tag they have on it. It drives me insane if it is not removed. Okay, so the next part they're telling us to do is to set up the Wi-Fi, and maybe that's where the camera comes into play. I'm skipping ahead to make sure that I didn't miss a step. That's the app. Mounting, adding bird seed. Okay, where's the actual camera? Set up feeder and camera. Because there's a little plug sticking out of the camera, which I use to charge, but maybe you don't need it if you're using the solar panel. because there's the camera here. It has a hole here and then a hole here, unless you just plug this into here, but I mean, that's, I guess, the only option. Maybe once it's done charging, it goes in here, but isn't that like plugging something into itself? I'm not really certain. Okay, maybe I won't mess with that yet. Okay, let's figure out the app, since that is the next step. Okay, so I ended up watching the video of how to install everything that's on the QR code on the front of this manual, and it showed me this here, which is telling me where everything is on the camera itself. And so there's the charging port, the power switch, the reset button, and the memory card slot. And it is saying that, so let's put that in there. So this I had closed before, like this. This opens, and that's where you have your power button and all that stuff. I don't know if there's a memory card in there, or if I have to add one, or if there's like so much memory without one. And it says TF card slot. So let's continue going in order. So once you turn it on, this closes, and then I was right that this plugs into here for the solar panel. So those are those steps. Let me figure out the next step. Okay, it is saying, before installing or removing the micro SD card, ensure the device is turned off or the power supply is disconnected. It is recommended to use cloud storage, which is safe and reliable, or storing alarm records and accessing related video in real time. So you can either use the SD card or the cloud. I'll leave the SD card out for now. It does take a micro one, like it says, but if there's cloud, that may be the better option. So to power on, press and hold for 3 to 4 seconds to turn the device on or off. You'll hear a voice prompt. There's also a reset button, and you can hold that for 5 to 10 seconds and it will do the prompt. But let's look at this one more time. And the power switch is the upper right. So we will do that. I was trying to have you guys see this. I know you saw it before. There we go. Yep, that over there is the power switch. So let's go ahead, power this bad boy on. You hold it for 5 seconds, I think it said. 3 to 4 seconds. And you can see the blue blinking there now, indicating that it's on. Wait to be configured. It's saying wait to be configured. I'm gonna close this part back up here, this little white piece, and then this plugs into here, and it is the solar panel. Get in there, friend. Okay, there we go. And now it says wait to be configured. Wait to be configured. There are lights here. And now we just wait to be configured. What's this guy? Maybe this is one of the mounting pieces. Configuring, configuring. What does this say? About the app and stuff. Wait to be configured. Oh, configure and add device. I'm supposed to be doing stuff. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'll set that down for now. Download and register an account. Here in the book, that's the next steps. So it can configure. It's waiting on me to set up like Wi-Fi and stuff. So one moment, please. So I scanned the barcode. It took, okay, I'm sorry. It took me to Tris Home, which I'm going to install. And then there's instructions for configuring and setup. So wait for this to install and get going. Okay, so I set up the new account with my email and all that jazz that it has you do. And then, so now the app is ready to go. In the top here, it says click to add device. So that's what we're going to do.
To be configured.
I'm sorry. Okay, it says found devices to be added 1. So yes. And now it needs my Wi-Fi name and password. So one moment, please. Okay, so I put in the Wi-Fi information, and now the bird friend here has said connecting, please wait. There's a swirly thing.
Connect to router successfully.
It said connecting is connected successfully. That's good. Okay, and it says added successfully. The device name, Cafe Le Bird. And it asks where it is. Well, it's going to be outside because it is a bird feeder. Oh, it says video recording mode, no SD card connected. So we're going to have to do that. Completed. Your card has no memory card inserted, so local recording cannot be done. Normally, you can purchase cloud storage for cloud storage. Okay. Successfully added. It says it's online. So then there's an album here, and everything will be sent directly to the album. I'm trying to navigate this app as we're going. There's not a lot of information on the app. There's information for a video. So I'll have to add the SD card or look at the cloud storage. Okay, so it does for now have the cloud storage that I get a free trial of, so we're going to do that. But then eventually I'm going to add the SD card so I can easily access that stuff without an additional cost. So let's get that set up, and then we'll be in business for birds. Okay, and I did figure out that the SD card seems to only be needed for video, not pictures, so you can still get that. It's just that you need the extra capacity since it is a video versus just an image. So yes, you can use it without the cloud storage or the SD card, and that will go to your phone like the other stuff. But this is all set up for now. All we need to do is fill it with food and hang it outside and wait for some friends to come. So unlike the other bird feeder I had, it appears that it needs to be mounted to a tree, or mounted in general. I think for now I'm just going to set it on the table outside, fill it with food and set it on the table outside and see how it goes. And that way, I guess I'm kind of asking for squirrels at this point because I want to see the different variety of creatures, especially if it detects at night. Like, that's super cool, so I'm going to want to see that. So I'm just going to set it on the table for now and then mount it eventually. Okay, it is nighttime, but I have it set up here on the table, the solar panels over there, so it can get as much light as it can, even though it's nighttime. I have a feeling that it'll charge more in the morning, and then we'll have some visitors recorded. So I have to get this guy open. It's down here. And I bought a new kind of food because with the bird feeder I have now, I'm mostly getting cardinals, which is a phenomenal thing to have. But I wanted some variety, so this one has like bluebirds and blue jays on it, and they were saying that that was the kind of birds that came in the review as well. So let's, oh my goodness. Filming is difficult when you only have one hand. Let's pour this in here. And hoping it doesn't. Alright, that's pretty full back here. And then I'll close this guy. So that's all shut. And then, oh no, I'm spilling it everywhere. I'm going to put some more in here. There we go. Let me set this down for a second. I'm getting birdseed everywhere. Maybe it'll be like the crumbs that lure the bird to their new feeder. So, yep, there we go. We're going to leave it there for now. Hopefully we can get some squirrels and other friends. I actually have my squirrel picnic table right behind there. Let's actually move some of this stuff, my other camera over here, aside and put this back a little further so that animals that are bigger than birds can also come along and eat from here. Like, you know, squirrels and chipmunks and whatnot, because with this one it has night detection like my other one does not, so I want to see any other little animals come. I'm gonna super overload it there. There we go, all set. Next time I see you guys, hopefully we'll have some animal friends at the new feeder. Alright, so it's been a couple days since I filled the bird feeder. You can see that the majority is gone. I'm actually going to add some more now. I've been getting pings of birds coming, or maybe animals, I'm not sure yet. So yeah, you just open that little latch, pour in the food. I'm making a mess, but we're outside, so it's okay. It does hold a substantial amount of food. Alright, so there's that part. Let's put a little down here. I don't want to block the camera though. There we go. And yeah, eventually I'm going to mount this, but for now it's sitting on the table. And let's look at what it has captured over the past couple days, few days, some length of time. So the app that I showed before that you download is Tris Home, and it has you name your bird feeder. You can see the live view of what's going on out there. It says it's waking up the device. It's currently raining, so we're probably just gonna see a bunch of rain. Yep, there's my rainy land, and you can have the sound come out of here. I'm not sure, I guess that's just the sound of rain right now. There's no animal, so I hope that's what it is. But then on the main screen, if you hit this like little chat guy, it takes you to everything that's been saved. And a lot of them, that's me bringing in groceries. That's me and the car. I was gonna just say, a lot of them are like animals because they don't identify the animals. Like most of them are squirrels, it looks like. Yep, there's a squirrel butt. But I'm gonna go through here and see what animals we've attracted. If it's a bird, it is identified on here. So most of these look like they're animals right now because, oh wait, here we go. Here's a blue jay. That's exciting. I said I bought that new food because I wanted to attract blue jays, and there's one there. That's super exciting. And look how rainy it is. All the seed and stuff is just like a mushy pile at this moment. So let's look through these. I'm going to bring up the best of the best, I guess. And then, yeah, let me go through here. So thank you for watching our bird adventure. I guess it's also an animal adventure considering there were so many different animals. I never expected, I guess because it's on the table there, we're getting animals as well as birds, and I think that's super fun. I may leave the bird feeder on the table so it's like an all-purpose feeder. I'm not sure what foxes eat, like I said, but or if it's a coyote. I think it's a fox. I sent it to Jacob too, and he thinks it's a gray fox. So yes, lots of animal friends. If you want to get your own bird feeder with the camera from VINGUYS, you can go to this link here. It'll also be in the description of the video. And like I said, this bird feeder is a lot of fun compared to the other one I have. This one has night vision, which shows us all those little nocturnal animals that we saw in the video. It has a high capacity for storage. It's all in all like great. I love my little animal friends, and the one that I currently have is hanging and attracting birds. So we have birds and animal feeders now, I guess. But like I said, go ahead and go to this link. It'll also be in the description. And is there anything else? I guess that's it. Bye. Thank you again, VINGUYS.